additional specs. First of all, we have the display. It's a 3.5-inch LCD with touchscreen. It has 2.76K dots, which is really nice resolution for a display. For example, the Lumix S series have 2.1K, so it's even a higher resolution display LCD than S series. Normal RGB pixel structure, and the major difference to what you know from Lumix is that you can operate the viewfinder and the LCD at the same time, so both work at the same time. You can turn it around to go down and to selfie mode. So 270 degrees movement is possible, and I've showed you before, but tiltable viewfinder. The hood can be replaced, it simply can be taken off. The recording is on SD memory cards. There are 2 card slots found behind the display, so when you open the display, there's a plastic cover that you need to slide away, and then you have 2 SD card slots. And basically you can relay record, so when slot 1 is filled up, you switch to slot 2, change your cards in slot 1 to be back when slot 2 is filled up, to switch back to slot 1, etc., etc. So relay recording, which gives you unlimited recording possibilities. There's one exception. The file, of course, closes when you switch cards, and the file also closes once you've reached 96 GB. The recording will not stop, it will just close the file and open the next file. Second option, simultaneous recording if you need a backup, or background recording, option 3. So basically one card records all the time, and the first card records when you start and stop. So despite of you starting and stopping, card 2 will keep recording. Other recording functions is pre-recording, the thing that I so nicely like to call a time machine. In Lumix we can activate 1 second. With a camcorder we have 4 seconds of pre-recording. So when I activate the function, it records into the buffer, not into the card. If I need it, then it will grab the last 4 seconds out of the buffer. So yeah, you can see it on the graphic. If I have activated pre-recording, and once I start the trigger, it will grab these 4 seconds, put them in front, and then record regularly. Interval recording means time-lapse, so means I can define my starting point, my end point, and the increments in between those recordings. And I will record these recordings into one clip. So if I've defined, okay, record for 1 second, pause for 2 seconds, record for 1, pause for 2, all of that will be recorded in one clip as a one time lapse. And timestamp can be recorded onto the footage. Yeah, professional user interface just it shows you the physical buttons, and basically, as I mentioned before, you can reprogram those physical buttons, and you can have 7 soft buttons on the display. So the ones that you have assigned, like slot selection, thumbnail, menu, of course are self-explanatory, but then you have user 1, user 2, and other user buttons that you can program, and you can reprogram things like OIS. If you want a different function on it, you just reprogram it. Yeah, consult please the menu and the manual for the details.